Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. I have decided resolutely to no longer be bad at this game. Let's do it. EB8LCJPS. I'm ready. Nothing can stop me. Blank card toothpicks. We got a good rate of fire. Pretty not amazing damage, but you gotta love the rate of fire. You gotta love the I Dream of Genie hairstyle. It's just, you know, it's so good, it's bad. Like Michael Jackson bad, which was one of his best albums, although a lot of them were real good. So, I mean, I'm just trying to be positive, you know? I've had some Isaac runs lately that I've fucked up, and I've had some Isaac runs lately that have fucked me up. I want this to be one where we work together to fuck each other, but in like a nice way, as opposed to all this fucking that Isaac and I have done to each other lately has been very adversarial, and there's no reason for that. I mean, I guess if the time is right, you know, if the mood strikes, why not? But long term, I think it's a deleterious plan. D7, by the way, is good. Possibly even better than good, better than great. It might be amazing. But to me, that's a quick check. With all disrespect, let me say this. I'm just opening my door because it's getting, like, mental daze levels of hot in this room right now. It's 30 degrees. When I say that, bitch, please raise up off these NUTs, because you get none of these at ease. When you're out with the dog pound, feel the breeze, because I'm just... Okay, it's time to take the hoodie off as well. By the end of this episode, I'm just going to be straight up naked, like Super Bowl whatever it was. Okay, what do we got here? We got Famine. That's good. Hey, Famine, come here. He's done it. That actually, like, sucked pretty bad. We could wait until we kill him to open this golden chest, but where's the fun in that? Guppy's head. You are Guppy's head. Fate actually, like, substantially better. I'd love to preserve this HP. I mean, we're fighting Famine. It's probably... Famine might be the easiest first floor boss. As long as your speed is not, like, 0. Even 0.94 is not that good. But it's good enough to dodge these shots, especially when you can fly. So he's done. Let's get the hell out of here. This is a good start, a strong start to this run, is what I was gonna say. Let's keep it that way. So the thing that I think I've been failing at recently in Isaac is the understandment, it's not a word, is the understanding of how the gameplay loop actually works in Isaac. If you don't have a Spirit Heart, you really, in most situations, need to play well for like a maximum of 6 floors. Now that you have a Spirit Heart, you might not even need to play well, ever. And all I mean by this is, the Spirit Hearts give you so much deal with the Devil Protection. Now, all we have to do is actually make it to the deal with the Devil without losing like a ridiculous amount of HP. And honestly, everything's coming up roses right now. Very strong golden chest. Loveless. And we got blank card Wheel of Fortune, but I don't really know what I'm going to do with it yet. I guess we should throw down like a bunch of things right next to each other, like a bunch of slot machines right next to each other and blow them all up. Generally speaking, if you got 2 slot machines, 1 bomb is gonna, like, more than pay for itself. We're still on, like, an early floor, though, so it might take us a while to hit that level. But I think, I don't want to say it's unlosable, because it's still early, but it's a very, very, very good situation now. Which is surprising, considering the fact that we've gotten, like, exclusively, not great and useful stuff out of our, we don't really need Mom's Locket. Blind Rage is okay because we have the Orbital. I know we have another one out there, but let's just save ourselves a slight bit of time. Let's grab that. I still think Blind Rage might be better here. It's the smallest fistula I've ever seen. I like it. I love it. Dare I say, I'm content with the amount of it. I don't want any more of it. Let's not get greedy. You can't get a deal with the Devil on small rooms. I hate it. I fudge it. I don't want more of it. I do fudge it, though. Like, that was... You know what? I'm just gonna say we're gonna let bygones be bygones on that one. Because life goes on. We're still amazing. Like, not in terms of our skill, that's been pretty terrible lately, but in terms of, like, the quality of the items we got is good. Even without this deal with the devil, it's nice. We're way ahead of schedule. You know, we've been given the ability to fly, which is a core ability on a lot of runs. I can't really complain too much about our lot in life here. You should be basically done. Yeah. Alright, so let's start throwing these down in potential secret room areas. We have 4 bombs, which is not a lot, but the idea is that, you know, maybe one of our 4 bombs could actually become, like, 3 bombs by itself. As a result of our Wheel of Fortune blank card. But of course, Wheel of Fortune blank card is, like, not very good in the midterm. It's extremely good long term. A little dicey there. This is probably our secret room, by the way. Either to the north or south of this room. But if we have to take this down to the chest, we will, but I would also love to replace it with, like, almost anything else. Cat, if you ever jump on that computer again, you are not going to be pleased with the results. I assure you of this. Okay, excuse me. Do you have to walk across the desk to get to your bed? There's a shortcut. You usually just jump up on the desk. You're a cat. I can't stop you from jumping. You love to jump. It's like one of your top 1 favorite activities. It's like jumping, eating, washing yourself. That's all you do. Don't forget where you came from. Excuse me? Was you saying something? Meow, you can't tell me nothing. Right, Ruka? Let that meow mix splash. Let that meow mix splash. You don't even stop to get gas. You can move through the rumors. You can drive off of fumes, cuz. Okay. Let's get going here. Run's great, again. The Spirit Art was a nice get, although also highly non-essential at this moment. This is a noisy cricket here. 2 good pills. Told you. One makes you small, one makes you small. Our orbital is like the same size as us now. Which is fantastic news for you and yours. Just keep moving. You got it under control. This is no worries. I think, assuming we don't get similarly screwed, he's done it. By a terrible deal with the devil or a room that doesn't even have a deal with the devil, we should be, like, highly likely to grab something that improves our damage on this floor. Just a guess. If we're able to get something that improves our damage, I don't think a whole lot can stop us. That's no good. Especially with blank card. I know we get blank card Wheel of Fortune, but I don't really want to use blank card Wheel of Fortune right now, just in case we get, you know, like a Satanic Bible or something like that, which is a boring item, but, you know what, I wouldn't take Satanic Bible, but let's say just in case we got, like, Dagaz or Hierophant or something like that. A good enabler for blank card, which I think is one of the most fun items in the game, full stop. You just need to get the right thing going for it. What would I love to see? Blank card Black Rune. My favorite Game of Thrones character. Tough call, because both of these are useful in their own way. I think I'm going to go Champion Belt to start with, because, I mean, plus 2.14 damage ain't anything to sneeze at. That's very good. Excuse me, I'd like to grab either of these consumables, please. But I'll come back for there's options, especially if we can do so before we actually get to our boss fight, or get through our boss fight. I don't really want to blow up our donation machine to get there's options. Second secret room. He's done it. And then we get that. You know what? 8 bombs. I'll give it a shot. Take me close. It's pretty fucking close. Because we're ahead of schedule, let's go back. I'll blow up the... Actually, I'll blow up the Wheel of Fortune next to the shopkeeper. Should give us a good avenue. Oh, the shopkeeper's already dead. Blow it up here, though. He has not done it, but he got his bomb back. All right, I'll blow it up. Sorry, donation machine. I tried to avoid doing it. You saw it. I waited until it was, I mean, not quite the last opportunity, but let's be real. Like, one of the last opportunities. We're gonna come this way. Fight the boss. This is, you know, our claim to the deal with the devil is pure. We should have it here. There we go. Jesus Juice is good, but we could use the speed and shot speed. We're gonna take both of these because we can afford to, and it gives us something to do with our red hearts. You know what? I'm gonna go for Speedball. I want that speed upgrade. This is like a complete evolution of me as a player. Maybe it's a, you know, a regression for me as a player, but I feel like the speed and shot speed are stats that I actually value more than I ever have before, so that's not to say they're greats, necessarily, and damage in many situations is going to be the right call. I should have thrown down the other Wheel of Fortune, but that's okay, because we got Blank Card Hierophant now. So I'm going to be very aggressive with our Orbital, even though our shots are also quite good. Effectively, we're not quite unkillable, but we are closing in on unkillability, which would be a great name for like a magazine about living in the woods. Unkillability. Do people still make magazines these days? I still see them, but I don't really understand. This is such an overused joke that it's like hacky, and I feel bad about even saying it, but there's a lot of truth to it. Has Cosmo not figured out every way to please your man at this point? People have been fucking for like, I mean, how long has, I mean, Blank Card Algis is great as well. How long has the Homo sapien race existed? You know, or species rather, like 100,000 years or something like that. That's gonna sound too small, but I actually think that our evolutionary line is 100,000 years old, specifically on the Homo sapiens branch, Homo sapiens sapiens at least. But I might be off, and that's fine. I'm not trying to be anti-intellectual. However, you'd think we've figured out all the ways to please your man by this point. You know, every once in a while, there's probably a new innovation that comes around. Ooh, play with his balls. There you go. But I think we've got to have sussed that out. People are always talking about, like, yo, maybe Big Pharma already has a cure for cancer, but they don't release it because having the cure is less profitable than having the treatment. I don't believe that for a second. I think, anything that requires you to organize like hundreds of thousands of employees to not let your conspiracy get out is unlikely to be true. If there's just like one person who discovered it in their garage, I'd think maybe plausible, I guess, although still requires you to be pretty cynical. But I think the real conspiracy is that Cosmo has already figured out like the 500 most optimal ways to please your man, but they're only giving them out one a week or one a month, I guess. It's the same with the magazine, like, you know, Men's Health. You know, how to lose 10 pounds this spring. I don't know, the same way people have done it for like 100 years. Eat less shit that you know is bad and like exercise more. I mean, I know on a granular level, there's a lot more to fitness than that. You know, it's like, oh, don't pair carbohydrates and fats because it stimulates fat storage. Instead, pair carbohydrates with proteins earlier in the day and then fats with proteins later in the day because, you know, you get better nutrient distribution that way. You get the idea, you know? You need a gram per protein per kilogram of muscle mass, etc., etc. I understand that, but, you know, on a base level, eat less tortilla chips and walk further every single day, you know? We'll take our luck upgrade here. Like, that's why if I had a magazine, gaming magazines have the right idea, even though they've almost all gone out of business. There's new content every week. Men's Health is going for, like, it's a solvable problem. I guess if you're just, people like to read about things that they're interested in, right? Like, you know, I read, when I was into Magic, seems like a long time ago now, but it was only like last year. When I was into Magic, it was like, I would read articles about Magic that had no relevance for my, not Magic tricks, but like Magic the Gathering. I would read articles that had no bearing on like my playing of Magic. They were just, you know, tangentially related, and that was fine because I enjoyed reading about it because I was into the hobby at the time. Let's just blow it up. I mean, Blank Card Algis, again, is something I'm pretty interested in, but no 7-cent items, so I think we just bounce. Save our bombs. So it'll be like, oh, what's the, you know, the good legacy deck for under $500? That's amazing. I didn't ever own any of the fucking legacy cards. Well, that's not true. I do own Swords to Plowshares. but it's wrinkled as fuck, and I got it when I was like 11 years old. Anyway, that's not even played very often. That's like a $20 card at best. Probably less. Those bonies were going absolutely apeshit. So again, you know, I'm not eager to get hit, but I also don't care too much, because every room, we get 1/4 of a Spirit Heart back. No, every room we get a half a Spirit Heart back, actually. So, like, it's a very good Isaac situation to be in. We can afford to get hit once per room. That's not common, to say the least. So I'm banking on this Guppy chance. What's the best thing that could happen to us to get a Guppy chance that's greater than the one we have right now? Well, I mean, Goat Head, obviously, but really fighting the Fallen with theirs options active would be really good. I'm sort of at this point where I feel like shooting is good, but our orbital does so much damage, and shooting knocks enemies around a little bit, most enemies at least, and kind of knocks them into my own path in a way that I don't respect. So if I want to simplify the game here, forgot about that. Maybe what we should do is just like use our orbital for almost all damage. Now these guys don't get as affected by knockback. Like this, we have Dark Bum as well, which I forgot about, but this really is like, I think, just better. And we can still throw down our Spirit Hearts even when we don't really need them. It's certainly faster. We're on Depths 1. Is Boss Rush plausible? Sure, I think Boss Rush is not very implausible. Okay, that was not very smart. I mean, we shouldn't deliberately take damage. Although I will admit, by making this decision, we have basically condemned ourselves to taking some damage. Which feels wrong, but is it really? This guy is making some serious noise. This is the champion that killed my ass, I think. You got something for me? You do have something for me. Thank you. Blue map, not what I was hoping for, but, you know, not bad, not bad. We're gonna keep using the Hierophant, as this nerd calls it. Doesn't this idiot know it's the Hierophant? It's the typeface that Superman uses when he submits his CV to the Daily Bugle. The Relic, that's a great item. Anybody who has hated watching me exclusively use a ball of bandages to do damage is not going to be happy about the Relic, because it really just makes my plan that much more sustainable. But hey, you know, you make hay while the sun's up, and if the sun is down, make moon hay. Like, we are in a situation right now where the world is very much telling us to make moon hay. I don't like this pulsing man here. Look at that. Again, I can't be happy about it because it's math. We're going to math our way out of this. I played a game of King of Tokyo. If you're familiar with King of Tokyo, this story will make more sense. But I played a game of King of Tokyo at PAX East where I mathed my way to victory. And even I was like, I'm not really having fun with this, but this is the optimal play, you know. Adam Smith's famed economist and John Nash would both agree. Like, I just managed to get it to the point where it was just me. Yeah, those are pretty good items. It was just me and Mouth left in the game. Squeezy is pretty good as well. And then, like, I gained slightly more resources than him every turn. So all I had to do was, like, hurt him once per turn, which is very easy. And then he would have to use some of his resources to heal, and I just kept extending my lead effectively and then banking, like, 1 point at a time. It was wonderful, but also heinous. I had a great time. What are we doing here? That's my personality. If I can grind out that win, I'll take it. I didn't used to be like that. Blank card the Gauze? I think you still go blank card Hierophant. The Gauze purges the curse, but the curse purging is only valuable if there's a curse. So the first time you use it on a cursed floor, it's good. The rest of the times, you'd rather have the Hierophant. And if there's no curse, or the curse isn't that bad, then it didn't really matter in the first place. By the way, though, Incubus does make it so, like, I feel way better about actually using our tiers. And Dark Matter doesn't hurt either. I mean, we do have 10 damage. It's not like our damage has ever been bad, so to speak, but it's, like, quite good now. When I was a kid, like, I played competitive chess. I wasn't, like, the best in the country, but I was, you know, pretty competitive within the province for my age group. Which is not under or overstating it, I promise you that. But I was never the guy who, you know, got you locked into those, like, Sicilian defense closed games that took, like, 30 minutes per move and ended, you know, with you being down 2 pawns and just deciding to resign because, you know, the boa constrictor's around your neck. That was never me. I was the Mikhail Tal, you know, let's go fucking ape shit, get the tactics rolling, stuff like that. In my old age, I've become much more risk-averse, I think, and conservative, even from a, you know, Ludo economical standpoint. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. It's really nonsense. We have no teleport. Do we want to do boss rush? No, but we might want to see boss rush. So I think we'll just give it a little crack here and see if we get lucky. You know what? I would rather go to the item room. We've had a little bit of a dirty track record lately. Hasn't been the easiest series of runs. Why don't we work with each other here? You know, we'll try to make good things happen. Maybe we should actually embrace being slightly risk-averse here. Fuck boss rush, get the item room, get these 2 things, whatever they end up being. Pretty bad, honestly, in the whole scheme of things, but life goes on. Pretty not good in the whole scheme of things. Not necessarily bad, because we did get, you know, the dark bum play out of it. Tomo. He said to, we said to, we said to, we said Tomo. Will you stay or would you like to go? Oh. The cats, they freaked out when I said Tomo really loud. Tomo. Miseto, 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 miseto. Will you stay or would you like to go? Come, Mr. Tomo Man. Go sleep in your box now. Ruka, come and me wanna go home. Well, now we're just filling dead air because I'm like trying to get through these last rooms. Find the freaking item room, Mr. Lundegard. We could check in on Northernlion's Skype corner. I see that Rockley Smile has said, do you think Olivia Munn ever gets a case of the Mondays? M-U-N-N-D-A-Z-E, the Mondays, because her name has Munn in it. Well, you think Nick Reineke shops at Meineke? The answer to that question is no. Nobody shops at Meineke. It's just where you get your brakes checked. It's not like you're, oh, honey, can we stop at Meineke? I want to see what they got for sale. It doesn't work like that. All that for Game Kid. Ruka. He says Rook, he says Rook, he says Rook, he says Rook, he says Ruka. Do you like him or do you hate Tomo? I think they like each other. Sometimes they have an adversarial relationship, though. Kind of like me and Isaac. Like, some days I'm like, this game's really good, and other days I'm like, this is a prison of my own creation. For the most part, though, it's a prison I do enjoy. I find fulfillment out of it, but I do wish that instead of giving me, you know, mystery meat, they just gave me, you know, the shrimp scampi every day instead. This run is shrimp scampi. Giving me some high damage abilities I'm very appreciative of. We're gonna go Polaroid, and we gotta take the mark. Like, that's not even a freaking contest. I think we should actually take Headless Baby, which I did as we were saying that. But we did it because we, oh, there we go. We effectively have unlimited HP anyway. Ruka, don't, if you jump behind my monitor, I'm gonna jump behind your flipping monitor. Now remember, taking twice as much damage on these floors, so we gotta chill out a little bit, but it's like an alarm sound or something. I swear to God, the narrator sound effect changed. I feel like maybe some of the others. Maybe I'm the only person who noticed because I went away. Yeah, that's probably way more likely than me forgetting what they sounded like while I was gone, right? That's some, like, Mandela hypothesis shit. Ruka. Okay, grab these. We're still using... Oh, don't you... What? I can't see! Get out of here! So the nature of my relationship with my cats is that I think we both annoy each other. Or the three of us annoy each other. Ooh, Tammy. Cat, you must escape. Thank you. It's not really an escape. It's more, you know, just getting the heck out of here. We don't want to take Tammy's head. I mean, I want to take it, but we're not going to take it. Because effectively, although it would do, like, ridiculous amounts of damage, so does our orbital. And I'd rather have the consistent orbital damage, I think, than the Tammy's head damage. Oh, that was a bad pickup there, dude. I will say, I just realized, blind rage here, or blind justice, whatever this item is called, it's going to be great for us with permanent Polaroid invincibility and an orbital. I'm going to be pleased to experience that. I wonder if we could actually get in and out of there without taking damage the second time, thanks to our okay speed stat. Ugh. Combined with, like, hear me out here. Combined with blind rage. Not quite, but, you know, it didn't seem like it was too far off. Maybe if we had 2 speed. Although I think it's sometimes you're destined to take damage on the way out. So we've already been that way. I think we've already been that way, so this is the way. But I guess I'm already there. We do have unlimited bombs as well, but honestly at this point, I mean, Guppy's head could be in there. Let's give it a shot. I'd rather have the orbital damage than unlimited bombs. The orbital damage is more consistent, and if we take damage, it actually matters basically 0%. We're not quite unkillable, but we're extremely mathematically difficult to kill. Which is almost more satisfying, because it means there is the smallest level of skill, so I can act like I'm good if I win this run, which we probably will at this point. So it really, like, helps build up my ego, which is actually very much warranted after some spotty performances lately, to put it politely. Alright. This would be a nice floor on which to get a deal with the devil. That we don't, like, mathematically, we don't necessarily deserve it, and we've had some great deals so far, but we've only gotten the one Guppy deal. I'm ready for more. He's done it. Okay, speed or range, you take speed, and he's done it again. He played with his heart. He got lost in the game. Oh, baby, baby. Wooden spoon, 9 lives, rotten baby. That's pretty solid. And we took them in the right order, I think, to minimize spirit heart loss. Effectively, we got rotten baby for free after getting 9 lives. As long as we don't care about the red heart. And in fact, not only do we not care about the red heart, we're actually happier to see it go. I love the king baby that turns his followers into other battery babies. Like, that's the dream right there. Wow, that probably should have hit me. What's next on the docket here? More red chests. I mean, we've got another 33% chance to become Guppy, which could be augmented if we get super lucky by, you know, finding a judgment that we can blow up or something like that, or even, I don't know, if I found a demon judgment, I'd probably play it. We've already done the song and dance of this room enough. I mean, our rate of fire is great, our damage is even better, and because of Incubus, I wouldn't say it's quite as good as 2020. There are times when it's as good, there's times when it's worse, there's times when it's better. It's a variable play. But either way, this one has been great for getting, like, my sea legs underneath me again. It's like a semi-cool run. It's unusual, we're tiny, and we're using our orbital to deal a lot of damage. But then beyond that, I think we've made some reasonably well-intentioned choices here. Guppy's head, please. Guppy's head, much too cool for 7th grade. Guppy's head, get up now. Feel like I'm like one generation ahead of most of my audience. So whenever you talk about kids shows, people are always talking about, like, I don't think we're gonna do Hush. Let's just put this one in the bag. They'll probably give us Delirium later anyway. Kids kids are always talking about, or not kids, people watching the show are always talking about, like, Kim Possible, Dora the Explorer. I was too old for Kim Possible. I was too old for Dora the Explorer. It probably would have improved my Spanish, but it's true. I don't know Corey in the house. Like, I was in Austin's chat. Austin's like 5 years younger than me, 4 years younger than me, something like that. He's like an early birthday. I'm a late birthday, 4 or 5 years apart. 5 years apart, I think. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. And he was like, man, it blew my mind the other day. I looked up Corey in the house. The actor who played Corey is like 25 now. And I'm like, dude, you want to have your mind blown? I'm 28. I got no fucking idea who Corey in the house is. I would have thought that he would have been like at least in his early 30s. But nah, he was younger than me before. He's still younger than me now. But I can pretend that I know Corey in the house because it plays well on the internet, you know. It's a party every week, baby. See, I know I can meme it up for personal gain, mostly. That's why we got to create our own memes, because if you don't, memes will pass you by eventually. All they are is dust in the fucking wind. Now I think we've probably got like a 1/3 chance of becoming Guppy, which is actually really good for being this late in the game. We got our Joker card, which means I'm incentivized to actually use tiers, and then we use our Joker card with blank card in order to give ourselves the best Guppy chance, but I'll accept other items that are great as well. Hell, I'll probably accept a lot of other items that are actually pretty bad. And then we'll use Joker probably on the next 2 floors. I mean, if I'm being honest, we got 9 lives, and our run is good, so we don't really need to keep the Hierophant any longer. Although it's not necessarily bad. I had no idea we were so close to conjoined, but I'm glad I picked up Sister Maggie, because I basically only did it because there were black hearts in there, so I was like, well, we're gonna get HP regardless, so why not pay 1 HP for Sister Maggie? Is conjoined good? I think it's like objectively good, but I don't know how much it's actually changing the game for us right now. So we're gonna head down to the next floor. Well, first we're gonna kill Isaac. I find that helps. You're not gonna believe me, but I actually intentionally dodged that shot coming in. I followed the rotation and I was like, this is where we're gonna be safe. I kind of like conjoined plus Incubus. Like, that's doing good work. Conjoined in the house. It's a party every week, baby. As I understand it, Corey in the House is an anime about a young man who lives in the White House for some reason. See? Now you're like, is he memeing or is he not memeing? That's how you know you just got out-memed, son. Congrats. Happens to the best of them. Okay. I like Contagion. Why not try technology with this as well? Looks kind of cool. Spider Babby's not very good. We don't need blank card Joker anymore. We basically, I mean, even when you say like, oh, we want to teleport. Well, we don't really, because we're just going to come back into the room that we were on. It's not like we skip it in any way, so I think you just pop the Joker card. Oh, he's done it! And then we're not going to take Mom's Knife, because Mom's Knife will ruin the Guppy mojo. So that Joker card ended up being extraordinarily valuable. Now we just need any other card. Like, if we can get Wheel of Fortune back now, we had adventures without that item, or that, you know, card. And now we can come back and be like, let's hang out. We should have killed that guy last, but, you know, the flies are kind of unruly. We got like a Daenerys Targaryen situation going on here. I can't fully control them. I have some influence, but, you know, in the end, they're their own autonomous creatures. Okay, Yum Heart, also useless. Dude, I like this. Conjoined actually giving us good stuff there, and now with Mom's Wig, I'm like, you cannot stop us. Cross the plane, touchdown, Greg Jamings. Bad damage, though. That's alright. Dude, for 3.81 luck, we're tearing it up on the loot tables here. Getting very lucky with the amount of drops we're getting. And this has been a fun run. I've had a good time. I'm happy with the decisions we made. Got a good chance to use our orbitals to strong effect. Nothing can stop us. Let's go. Thanks for watching. I'm getting back on the horse. If you enjoyed the episode, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.